Welcome back to the finale here. Game number 5 between St. Clair College and Sheridan College with the TESPA playoff lock-in on the line here for our St. Clair Saints if they can secure this search and destroy matchup here on Moscow. We barely took it when it came to the hard points, but now we got to do it again here at Moscow, but this time in the search and destroy matchup. The last time we had search and destroy this, it was on Checkmate. Checkmate did not go very well for St. Clair. They almost were on the verge of bringing it back, but eventually did get shut down in the end. So, gotta see search and destroy. Earlier in the season, I would have said that this was one of their better game modes, but as the season has gone along, it looks like it's been the spot where they've actually been struggling the hardest in regards to the new Call of Duty. Maybe that and then a little bit of control. So I guess it's kind of arguable which one is a little bit tougher in regards to St. Clair's play. For just a matter of time, we're getting everybody in the lobby. Of course, 2-2 in this situation. Bit of a rundown, I guess, on that last matchup there. Swizz absolutely popped off that last round on Crossroads, really swinging that one into St. Clair's favor with the rest of his teammates as well, doing a fantastic job. Everybody stepped up for that game, and that's exactly what they needed to see. That being said, Eddie, Toons, Tommy, and Hummy are all still looking to try and secure this victory in this matchup to improve their own playoff standings as well. Considering how good this team is, I'm sure they're fighting for playoff position as well. Looking for some seating, and as you could probably hear in the background, that little ticking noise means it's just about time for some action. Moscow, search and destroy, coming right up. Now, a bit of a different map. I'm curious as to how our Saints plan on tackling this one. We do see already Tommy. It looks like he had a sniper rifle in hand, which is definitely a little bit different to see. Saints on the attack first. They were thinking about that A site, but now it looks like they're moving more towards the B side of things. We have Swizz as well as Priestley keeping an eye on the middle, or about as much of an eye as he can while looking at a concrete block. Keeping themselves hidden, at least. Now peeking towards that center point. Swizz up the closest. Sauce off to the side. Lavelle actually on the carrier duty, which has normally been Swizz's duty, but with Swizz popping off in terms of entry fragging, they might be doing a quick switch in roles to try and pull off this final game here. And I tell you what, Moscow, like, this is a very split up map as well. If St. Clair does end up pushing this position here, and they just take down Hummy, they could give themselves a nice opening. Lavelle definitely taking his time. The smoke through the center as well, going to block that off completely as they start moving towards B. The rotate, though, coming out from the side of Sheridan. Going to be the 1-for-1. Swizz going to be taking down Priestley, leading the charge towards B site. Eddie is right around the corner. Lavelle right there as well. Going to start looking to plant. Eddie peeks around, spotted. Toons does find Lavelle. This just did not work for St. Clair in the slightest. Solid play, and that stun grenade coming in clutch now. Sauce, his position exposed. Charge through. Eddie does go down. Sauce finds a second, but he can't find the third. A little bit of extra sauce coming out because, you know, but still, defuse coming down. Sheridan going to take this first round of Search and Destroy. That round was much closer than it should have been, considering how convincing that initial plant attempt from St. Clair came out, or that initial defense, rather, that Sheridan pulled off. The fact that Sauce was able to bring that into a very contestable situation is big props to him, but unfortunately for St. Clair, did not go in their favor in the slightest. See if they can pull something different off here on the defensive side of things. We have Lavelle with the sniper rifle. This is a fine spot you can actually pull this off in. Very huge sight lines. Makes the shot, but he's not going to be able to find his mark. He's going to be forced to retreat. He's going to be able to spot at least all 4 members. Shot hits, but it's not going to be able to take the kill. Looks for one. There we go. The sniper coming in clutch now. Manages to pick off Hummy. Swizz makes a contact as well. Takes Eddie down. Finds Tommy as well. And there we go. This defense from St. Clair, night and day difference compared to their attack. Lavelle tries to whip out the pistol to make something happen, and Toons is going to shut that down nice and quick. But still, it is Toons versus the world here. He's about to get pincered on as well, sure enough, from behind. So St. Clair going to bring it back on that defensive round. 2 very convincing defensive rounds to start off this game. Back and forth. This is what we like to see. Such a good game between these 2 teams. Regardless of result, I hope we see this matchup again sometime soon. Back on the attack here for St. Clair. Moving forward, Swizz going to be picking up the diffuser once again now. Val maybe have carried it in the first one, but now going to put it right back onto Swizz. Priestley getting shot upon, however, to start off this round. Sauce is right there to back him up as well. Grenade not going to find its mark, not going to catch anybody. Stuns up Priestley a little bit, but nobody's charging forward, so he's A-okay in this situation. See Swizz looking to make a move now that the smoke's coming through. He actually finds Toons, even though Toons had the jump on him. Huge play to start off this next round. Swizz creeping forward, going to look to plant, and he's going to be able to successfully do so. Priestley right there with a bit of crossfire alongside Sauce as well. Swizz gets it down in time too. Going to split up and try to catch this. Lavelle once again on the background duty, spots Hummy out. He's going to go down, but at least they know where Hummy is. They're going to be able to plant themselves accordingly. Nice little peek from Eddie, actually. And Priestley looking bloodthirsty. Really wanted to chase him down in that situation, but he got overzealous. The lack of patience is going to bite him in the ass in this situation. It's going to bite St. Clair big time. Swizz, it's all up to him to somehow make this happen. There's still enough time on the clock for the fuse to go down, and it's going to happen. The lack of patience just killed them. Hummy finding this initial frag onto Lavelle as well. Like, sure, Lavelle was able to relay the information over to his team, but still, I think the bigger exclamation point in that round was the bloodthirsty nature of Priestley, and that last one should have probably just hung tight. You don't have to peek. They have to come to you, and you put yourself in a really rough position, and the rest of St. Clair weren't able to clean it up either, so a solid clutch up there for Sheridan. A site on the menu now here for Sheridan. Moving forward, we have Sauce as well as Priestley. We see Sauce going to get himself a solid double. Can he find a third? He got jumped on. He spots Hummy as well. He's going to try and recover some HP real quick before engaging, and he's going to trade it out. Sauce with the triple in this round. And the cleanup there as well to tie this up 2-2. A good rebound here for St. Clair, considering how winnable that last one should have been. But Sauce's play right here, absolutely nuts. And wise as well to just take a second. Make sure that you can go in with a full health bar. And as soon as you see the grenade, he can't aim right now. Get the jump on him. Sacks himself for the triple, making it so that there was just one more elimination on the board and gives St. Clair the lead. Sauce and Swizz looking fantastic in regards to KDs so far in this game. Back on the attack now for St. Clair. We do see Priestley keeping an eye on middle, finds Eddie, and he's going to pick him off so quick. That's a huge start for St. Clair. Priestley, however, does find Hummy, and Hummy gets a jump onto him, but it's going to be refragged by Swizz. So now, 2-on-3. Toons gets the jump on the Sauce, however, and Toons just popped off! Damn right that's going to be the best play. He just absolutely spray and pray, line him up and mow him down. Perfect timing there for Toons to show up and perfectly lined up, instantly giving that round over to Sheridan. Volatile matchup between these two teams. Absolutely love it. Saints back on defense this time by. Priestley doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be able to find a couple. Finds Tommy, but gets refragged by Eddie. Sauce, the next closest player, forced to back up for a second. We do Lavelle and Swizz running through. Swizz going to trade 1-for-1. Lavelle making his way over, but taking his time, it appears. Sauce is at least keeping himself safe, and he does manage to pick out Hummy. It's all down to Toons to finish off this round for Sheridan. Looking to make the switch up, and actually, if you look at the mini-map right now, St. Clair postured over towards the A side. What is he going to try and do? Is he going to try and switch over to B? Or is he going to try and just go for the frag out? He's got 30 seconds to figure out what he wants to do. Moving closer and closer to this A point. Lavelle and Sauce in position. He's going to walk into a crossfire, and St. Clair are going to guess correctly in regards to which site he ends up going to. Unfortunately, there for Toons, probably would have been better off just making a run towards the B site, getting himself into a position and try to win the 1v2 or at least stall it out, but opt to delay just enough to maybe fake the fact that he was running to B and then catch them on the transition. But St. Clair did not bite it this time. And we're going to have ourselves a tied up 3-3 game. Some exciting stuff here. Some sick Call of Duty today. Swizz going to get the opening frag onto Hummy, and it's going to move him forward towards this B site. He has additional crossfire from Sauce as well as Lavelle. And not too far away as well, looking for flanks and possibly being the flanker himself is Priestley. But they're actually all looking to maybe make the move towards the A side. He peeks right at the wrong moment, but thankfully he's able to turn around just in time. The shots from Swizz giving it away, and it's going to allow Swizz to move forward, leading the charge here for St. Clair towards this A site. There are two members not too far away. Eddie around the corner. Just in the building. Swizz is going to be able to plant this pretty well uncontested unless a grenade comes out. Not going to be the case. Swizz does end up going down, but the bomb was planted anyway. Sauce has the long angle. Looked down, but he's got to be careful because both of the members of Sheridan, they're on site. Lavelle, again, they're getting overzealous once again. They try to make the play, and it's not going to happen. Toons does go down, however. Priestley finds him. Sauce on his way back. They're looking, checking that point. It's going to be up to Sauce to defend. He's got a good position, actually. He spots Eddie, but he gives his position away. Sauce just has to survive, and he's going to be able to do so. Clutches it up versus him. And St. Clair are going to take the lead in the search and destroy. Two more, and they are locked in to the TESPA Collegiate Cold War playoffs. The TESPA playoffs. Oh, God. It's one of those days, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely loving it, though. Toon's going to be the bomb carrier on the side of Sheridan Esports as we move forward on the Sheridan attack. St. Clair looking at that A site. There's only the one on B. Lavelle going to hang on, and actually it's a rough start. Priestley taken off the map extremely quickly. Sauce looking to rinse and repeat, but Tommy not going to let that happen. Jukes buy-ins and wiggles around as if it was R6 or something like that. And everybody from St. Clair gets wiped. It's Lavelle versus 4, and it's not going to happen. Sheridan completely destroying any momentum that St. Clair had after that last one. And we're tied up once again, 4-4. One of those games that has me shaking in my chair for all the right reasons. Absolutely loving what I'm seeing between these two teams here tonight. AD is basically on the side of Sheridan. Everybody basically having their time to shine and everybody having their moments of getting taken down pretty quickly, to say the least. Pretty well everybody's even. Meanwhile, St. Clair, we have hot streaks and cold streaks all over the place here. Lavelle definitely the coldest as of right now in regards to KD, but of course, like I say in every single shooter, information cannot be put on the scoreboard. Sneaky towards this B side. Hummy, he's been in this corner multiple times. I'm hoping St. Clair checks it, and they're sure as heck not going to. Lavelle picks up the bomb. He's going to try and make a run for it. But again, everybody from St. Clair seems to be absolutely biting the dust in this situation. Lavelle finds an angle. He's going to find one. He's going to trade his life. But he now leaves it to Sauce versus 2, and it's not going to happen. Sheridan, match point. Absolutely brutal there by Hummy. Time and time again, we see him hanging on to that long angle, but it was not checked by St. Clair, and it's going to be in his dividend as his opening frag is now going to allow Sheridan Esports to have match point. 1 win away from taking this one. Otherwise, if St. Clair takes this one, we're going down all the way to a final decider game. Absolutely insane stuff today. Sauce exposed, getting peppered on. Start off this round. Trophy systems all over the place. Sauce not able to find his opening. He spots Tommy. Can he get the jump on him? No! Tommy still somehow wins that fight. Priestley goes down as well. Lavelle and Swizz versus 2. Do not realize it, but Toons is on site, planning it down. The timer is on for St. Clair. Swizz starts it off right. Lavelle looking to try and attack from a different angle. Got to be careful, though. Hummy right around the corner. He's going to walk right into this if he's not too careful. Spots him, gets taken down. All up to Swizz. The rookie left once again with the hands, and he's not going to be able to do it. St. Clair in a very hard-fought battle, but are going to come up just ever so slightly short here today. Sheridan Esports, Sheridan College, going to take the W. And if Saints want to lock in their playoff spot, they're going to have to wait until tomorrow. Absolutely insane matchup here today. This is definitely going to be one that I'm looking to rewatch in the future. An extremely exciting and fun matchup. GG's, of course, to both teams. It was a fantastic display of Call of Duty. Back and forth matches on pretty much every single game mode. And this is what I like to see. It was an exciting night. And I thank both teams for competing as crazy hard as they did. That being said, just Sheridan won more gunfights. When it came down to it, they clutched up the best as possible. Like I was saying before, it seems like St. Clair, they had certain players that were on hot streaks, and there was a couple that were just having a really rough time, especially in that last game. And if one of those hot streaked players got shut down, it was really rough. Like in that case there, Sauce got taken down extremely quickly. Not everybody is going to be able to successfully win a 1v1 every single time. It's human nature, of course. But with Sauce going down, it left it all up to Swizz, and I don't care how good you are at fragging, a 1v3 is nearly impossible. The odds are definitely not in your favor to take that on. And unfortunately there for St. Clair, that's going to be the end of the series. There is another game tomorrow, of course. In fact, let's bring up that schedule right here, right now. Of course, we just had the TESPA match today, but we have one tomorrow, 7 p.m. TESPA Cold War continues. We get to see if St. Clair win tomorrow. They're for sure in the playoffs. If they do not win tomorrow, it's going to be up to tiebreaker scenarios. So for the sake of their own sanity and mine for trying to figure all this out, St. Clair needs to walk away with the W tomorrow in that TESPA Collegiate Cold War matchup. So you do not want to miss that one. Be sure to follow us here on Saints Gaming CA on our Twitch channel and our social medias to make sure that you catch that match live when it's happening. Then on another exciting day for the Call of Duty team on Tuesday as we go back to Modern Warfare for a game or for a fourth place redo after a little bit of shenanigans happened in the last TESPA season, causing the team that won it all to get completely disqualified, which means St. Clair playing for fourth, playing for some prize money even. But they have to go through, of course, an opponent. Not quite sure who their opponent is, but whoever it is, they have to take care of them in order to get some prize money. Then on Friday, 8 o'clock, we're going to return to Collegiate Rainbow Six Siege. The winter season continues, week number 2. Week 1, the Saints looked a little bit worse for wear compared to their opponent, but they'll look to turn it around in week number 2. Then on Saturday, if playoffs do end up happening for St. Clair, that is what Saturday and then Sunday at 7 p.m. will be. So once again, be sure to follow to make sure you don't miss any of the action. Of course, big thank you to the sponsors that make this all happen. Of course, that being the St. Clair College Alumni Association, St. Clair's SRC, Tim Hortons, PC Outlet, and the Zuckelman School of Business and IT. I also want to thank everybody for tuning in to the broadcast, showing love, whether it was for Sheridan or whether it was for St. Clair. Both of these teams absolutely deserve a round of applause for that match they just played. Fantastic matchup between these two teams. And then also, if you are a St. Clair student and you want to get some experience doing commentary or possibly observing for stream, be sure to message me on the St. Clair Saints Discord. Join the Discord and ping me, of course, Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners, in the Discord. And we can look to possibly, there's a nice, on this side actually, there's a nice blank space. There's actually, let me play around with something here for a second. There is a spot right over here. I can have you in that spot. Just got to apply and tag me in the Saints Gaming Discord, and we can actually get you involved in the St. Clair broadcast as a commentator or even as an observer. There are positions available. Experience in the field not required. I have no problem teaching you the ropes. But with that, we'll close it off for tonight. Big thank you again for everybody tuning in. I will see you tomorrow for more Call of Duty Cold War at 7 p.m.